Oh, well, I'm gonna try to sit on here and not rush off. I might walk away. It's like a yellow light. It's not looking right again. But I just need to stop talking about what it looks like. Most people are smart enough to have a some sort of constant filter of sorts. Now I only have 30% power, so I'm gonna at least charge it for a little while. And I'll put the radio on, and hopefully it doesn't get copyrighted or whatever. Got this one now where it's like a stand. So if anyone pops on, hi, but I doubt they will because I don't know how to advertise it right. And I tried to do a pre-scheduled live. So I'm going to pray, Lord, if you want anyone here tonight to pray with or hang out with for a minute, please let them appear. Just wash my face, see if anyone's visiting. No. Tuesday. I suppose that's a little late. Well, I came on live real quick. I'm still having difficulty with the scheduling and pre-schedule. It's not setting right. All right. I'll have to look it up. Is this? They're just now there's this other thing they're gonna do because now for the court. So they're trying to get another professional backup before trial. That obviously I made no criminal acts. You know what I mean? Or I did not participate in a criminal act or make threats. So there's going to be one more professional backup. That's out of state. That's in Ohio. That's with Ohio professionals, I believe. So this sounds a little bit kind of like something's going on that I'm not being told everything. Or maybe not everyone knows everything yet either. And so this lady I watch sometimes, Tara from Appalachia Homesteading or Homesteads. There's a lot with the word homestead, so wait. Appalachia Homesteading with Patera, I believe. Okay. And she was saying how we all need to pause. And then she was getting something, she said she's never had this happen. And she got, it sounds like I'm gossiping about someone, the Shepherd Psalm. And you know, I remember hearing it a lot when I was little, like random funerals, family members. And I always thought to myself, I didn't know nothing. We weren't being talking about God or nothing. We couldn't do that in the house much. There was one God in the house and his secondhand lady. Um, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Okay, so on that thought, I always thought to myself, that just seems like the strangest prayer for a funeral. Which it's not. I can see it's multifaceted, but really, if you read this, this is about a living experience, right? I don't know. I guess it could go either way. What does it say down here in the description of um, Matthew Henry Bible Study Bible? And I would appreciate if you would please go through Liberty Fellowship in Kalispell, Montana, where you'll find the most amazing, very Bible-based, truth speaking, teaching minister, Pastor Chuck Baldwin. Green pastures, I shall not want. More is implied than is expressed. Not only I shall not want, but I shall be supplied with whatever I need, and if I have not everything I desire, I may conclude that it is either not fit for me or not good for me, or I shall have it in due time. Interesting. There's a lot of a breakdown on 23. So I recommend that you get your own Matthew Henry Bible. And I would prefer if you would look through Liberty Fellowship, please, because they're very strong, biblically based, and you will understand many more things than you prior did, and it will help you unlearn rapture theory. The Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I shall not pine over all these things that I want. Do you see what I'm saying? Content in the Lord with nothing. It's not supposed to be just rolled off for no reason, said that way. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The sheep, well, people say funny stuff about real sheep, like the sheep, but then you see people doing sheep stuff too, sometimes in groups. If they know the shepherd is there, they feel secure and they graze and they're relaxed and they're hanging out and they're taking care of their young or hanging out with the rams and cozying up and who knows what and all of that. And they know because the shepherd's there to watch. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Paths of righteousness, not for our sake, but for his sake. For his name's sake. Remember when they started where people would prefer if you didn't talk about Jesus, and it's still going on in certain locales? We would prefer that if you would keep your religion to yourself, please. We would prefer if you would go to your home and lock yourself in a closet with a key and don't make a peep. And while you're at it, put some duct tape on your mouth and just whimper your Bible out in a mumble, because that's all you're going to be allowed to do soon without serious problems. Parts of the Bible. They'll start with parts like they already have. Verse 4 of 23 Psalm. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And forever was separated, not as one. So we can do these really quick. It won't be quick, but green pastures, still waters, translation through Matthew Henry. We have the comforts of this life from God's good hand, our daily bread from Him as our Father. The greatest abundance is but a dry pasture to a wicked man, who relishes in only that pleases the senses. But to a godly man who tastes the goodness of God and all his enjoyments, though he has but little of the world, it is a green pasture. Chapter 37:16. That's throwing me. Huh. Wait. No, that's not working. Chapters 37 through 16, Proverbs 15, 16 through 17. All right, well, we're just going to have to skip that for now. That might be a typo. I don't know. Or no, because we're doing... Oh, well. Well, maybe you need to study in this more to know what's going on. Well, quite frankly, I do like to do what I feel like I'm getting from the Lord, but it certainly helps to get it confirmed. You know what I mean? Confirmed in the heart, too, but not relying on other translations per se. It's a mix. The greatest abundance is but a dry pasture. God makes His saints to lie down. We got to turn this down because what if it gets louder? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I just wanted a little classical on tonight, and NPR's doing some kind of techno. I don't know what that was. I can't listen to NPR news. Good Lord. Most of it not, but there's still good shows on there. I like a lot of testimony shows. Those are fun. Storytelling. I like to listen to people's stories. This is very interesting to read it like this. I've never done this before. God makes His saints to lay down. He gives them quiet and contentment in their own minds, whatever their lot is. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that feel nice when we can pause for a moment? And that was not sarcasm. I mean it. Pause for a moment and be grateful for what we have. Not only in the physical, but all of it. A beating heart full of red, vibrant blood pumping into your veins, the life source of blood, just the essence of just the heart alone, the mechanisms of this heart. Your heart. Your heart. Actually, I'm more worried about more other people's hearts than my own heart. I don't care. Do you understand? I don't care if my heart explodes. I don't go out of my way to make my heart explode. Some might say I did or do or don't. But I see other people do a lot worse, just in the sense of suppressing, oppressing themselves, and they come up with a plethora of health problems, and they don't leave, and those continue. When you oppress and suppress in your own body, or you have things that you are holding on to that cause severe harm, it will accumulate in your body. Bitterness, all of it. That's why these things are spoke of in the Bible. It discusses the condition of the heart, the condition of the bowel or the belly. Contentment their own minds, whatever their lot is, their souls dwell at ease in him, and that makes every pasture green. They are well guided, well fed. Those that feed on God's goodness must follow his direction. He directs their eye, their way, and their heart into his love. So nice, isn't it? God provides for his people not only food and rest, but refreshment also and pleasure. God leads his people not to the standing waters which corrupt and gather filth, nor to the troubled sea, nor to the rapid rolling floods, but to the silent waters. For the still but running waters agrees best with those spirits that flow out towards God and yet do it silently. That was just poetic. He restores my soul, Psalm 23:3 translation. When after one sin, David's heart smote him, and after another, Nathan was sent to tell him, "Thou art the man," God restored his soul. Oh. Though God may suffer his people to fall into sin, he will not suffer them to lie still in it. Whoa. Wow, that's just a lot going on. I mean, I guess it's no different if I just do it live and talk to myself. I'm talking to myself anyways. It's one less step in between the program here. If I can figure out how to set up. He restores my soul. You guys, this is profound. We should have been doing this all along. When after one, no, we have been doing it all along. How silly of me. But not out of this particularly, because for some reason this weird yellow light that I put in, I don't like it, but not for the kitchen. Not in here. I liked the whiter light. It was a smaller white light. Or like a softer classic white, but this was supposed to be amber and it's not. I don't know what it is. Gold? It's not. That is not amber. There is not. I mean, you look at the bulb and it looks like. But I think I have the lighting way down, so you're not going to see it. See it? No, you ain't going to see this orange. I put maybe white behind it. Okay, let's see here. It's not really working at that. We'll see. Be an experiment. They won't see. It won't. You think I look like that? That's just scary. It looks like Darth Vader. Darth Vader's dead daughter that came back. All right, then. He restores my soul. It's just something else. Like, that's so deep and involved. I can't just keep trying to fly through this. Because he breaks down 23:5 and 23:6. What, do you gotta be somewhere? You ain't going nowhere. I know, I'm making a joke with myself because nobody's here. Hello? Is anyone out there? Is there any little snoopers? Is there a snooper there? This should just be like the last video I ever do for the rest of my life. I mean, I can just go back to whatever that was I was doing. I think I was hiding out pretty well for a long time there, and I just let the rumors swirl like a whirlwind. And I just sat back and gathered more and more evidence of what I saw getting ripped apart in the state of Michigan and at large. Apparently got in a little too deep with some of my activist work. I must have made a little more of a dent than I realized. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a medical experiment crap. People hiding pedophile rings, and they know that I would go through the roof. So they had to be ahead of me all the time. And I just had to get a crutch or two along the way, didn't I? But they would have come up with something else because they did that too in between the crutches. So I always got to remind myself, it wasn't going to matter one way or another, this group, this evil entity that will not leave me be. Ever since I got saved, especially. And I can't say that whole time I was walking with the Lord, what would I have been, 19? Good Lord. When Jesus showed me what he was going to have me partake in and what I had to go through, just a glimpse. But then he did, then he would say, oh, it's, one day. I'm like, well, when? He's like, oh, it's a long time from now. In the meantime, you're going to be just defaced and ways that you won't even comprehend. But these things were just over my head. I'm like, well, I don't know. I apparently do need to go talk to a professional because as far as I know, I think Jesus is telling me I'm some part of group with a group of people to rock the boat and get the rats off the boat. Can't keep riding a ship of America with the rats running it. Well, we don't want to get me going on politics. I took these lights down. I'm gonna put them out back. So I'm changing my Christmas lights because they went out anyways. I must have put them into another light out front. Now we're in the dark fully. I'll just plug it back in. Those are really bright. Good Lord. All right. Well, I guess now because they're against the white, they look more amber. It's the wall color. Huh. It's like a gold. Yeah. Is it something you'd think you'd be sitting here doing? No. I wanted to who's on there? One person popped up. Who is it? I've been yapping to myself for 20 minutes. Is one person here? Who is this? Oh, they popped off. They got scared. They got scared of me. Boo! Boo! That's just funny. Look, see them? They're like an amber on the white counter, I think. But not on this like a pink, soft salmon. I don't know what that is. This though, pretty. All right, well, someone popped on for a second and then popped back off. So it's probably, what was I rambling about? Who knows, but I guess I'm done rambling. So I would say go read Psalm 23, and yes, I have a chapped lip and everything else, so.